Alrighty, boys and girls, if you're interested to know where the prices are gonna go in the near future, if you're holding cryptos, you wanna watch carefully today's video. We're as well gonna talk about altcoins and meme coins and what's going on with them, as well as look at the near future prices and possibility of a major bull market as well. And here is why. So if we have the halving, and basically whenever the halving happens, we have these astronomical moves, and the next rally actually should take us around $10 trillion, which is astronomically big, which means sending those altcoins to the moon, possibly Bitcoin above 150k, ETH close to 10k, other altcoins send higher, and especially those lower cap meme coins that we love to the moon. And why we have not seen yet the astronomical rises by the crypto market cap, and the reason is because of the rate cuts. Rate cuts are very important and we need them to start to happen. And recently we've seen Trump talking about that he would like to see the Federal Reserve lower interest rates, which also they say that the inflation is recently being caused by the Trump tariffs. And also the stock market is saying that we don't like Trump tariffs and that's why it's going down. So it seems like we might be heading towards an agreement here where we see the stocks and the cryptos going up. Now that's one major reason why we haven't seen those usual rallies after the halving. Now even if I pull back the RSI here on the monthly, on the crypto total market cap, if I put that on the monthly, we haven't seen any major strength when it comes to the RSI. After the halving, usually this starts to rally up only, but this cycle we have not seen that up only thing happen. It's been mainly Bitcoin this far, and that's why also we haven't had any real major altcoin season, and that's why also I still believe we're going to have a major astronomical meme coin season and altcoin season. So if we look at it this way as well on the RSI, it shows us that we still have a long way to go here before we head towards the upper band, right, which is the sell everything and go away, take profits, retire or whatnot. But we haven't seen that yet. We haven't touched that part yet, and the RSI is still just in the middle here. We can argue that we are somewhere here like in 2019 before the rally. So that's one more thing after the halving. Now we can also look at the global liquidity. We can see as well that when this starts to rally, when the global liquidity starts to rally, that usually signals a bull market, as well as it happened as well in 2021, 2022 bull market, in 2020, 2022 bull market. And recently we are doing something similar to 2019 as well, where we see this here accumulation downward, but here we did a bit of a sideways move. But when the global liquidity broke out here, it started the rally. Now if this actually does that, we go again for the rally. So why is this important? Basically, it's very big, is that if actually this thing rallies back up, if actually this rallies back up to 10 trillion, which is a round number again, you know, that's actually very interesting that it's a round number, 10 trillion. I can see this making the headlines, 10 trillion market cap for the crypto space, creating a massive bubble and all that just right before we pull back. This could be very much something we see as well, but 10 trillion is massive. That's like adding 7 trillion just from today's prices to the crypto space. That's gonna flow and rotate from coin to coin to coin until it reaches its lowest coins ever, sending them to the moon. And that's what we usually seen in previous cycles. That's why many people still believe that we haven't seen a major alt season yet. It's because we haven't really seen those major gains that we were used to see is each cycle. This is the first cycle that actually that's been dominated by Bitcoin only. Now you have your here and there coins that rally, but the only coin that actually went above their all-time high from previous cycle is Bitcoin, XRP, and Solana. Other than those, none of the previous cycle coins hit a new all-time high. We did have some coins outperform, like Pepe as well as others outperforming the market, but the majority of the market did not perform well, and it's due to that lack of liquidity in the space. Now you can see the whole crypto space is just right below where 2021 was at, right? So it's right below it. We have not really entered that real bull phase season where we actually have extra money now flowing in the space, and that's one big reason I'm still very big on the next upcoming altcoin season, and that's why I'm still holding. I'm still waiting for it to happen. This is basically the thing that I don't want to miss out on, especially that we're seeing today some crazy news like the White House says gold reserves might be used to purchase Bitcoin. This thing might just get crazy and we might see a crazy bubble that's actually gonna send us to 10 trillion, like whole countries buying Bitcoin, treating it like gold. And when we say that, that means we're gonna increase the total liquidity in the space, which also flows into other altcoins and triggers even more FOMO in a bigger bubble, sending everybody looking for the next thing and the next thing until they find their way into smaller cap coins, sending everything basically up. Now this thing could really have a ripple effect where it just starts to really skyrocket and create a bubble. This is what we're waiting for. Now the main thing that's pushing back, that's really stopping us right now, is the interest rates. Now as soon as these drop to below a 1%, let's say, or zero, that would cause major FOMO and major liquidity to flow into the space, with literal countries buying more and more cryptos. We are seeing ETFs now, more and more ETFs coming, like Solana ETFs, Dogecoin ETFs. More ETFs are gonna come probably, but this far we're still seeing no major inflows, still just outflows, and that is due to the stock market selling off basically because of the Trump tariffs, right? And funny enough, because of Trump tariffs, the Feds are saying inflation recently has been rising because of the rate of the Trump tariffs, but also Trump is saying he would like the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates. So it looks like they might come into some agreement that actually help lower interest rate and cause all that to start to happen again. So that is all still on the table for the short term. We're seeing this pullback on the S&P 500, which is the stock market basically pulling back, and that's what's causing today's pullback on the crypto space. Even though we have altcoins actually pumping. This is funny. Now we're having Pepe breaking out. We've seen recently Breton 8 breaking out and holding above $10 million in its market cap. We're seeing many altcoins starting to rally as well and have some fresh air. We have Dogecoin up 14%, and altcoins in general having a breather or starting to recover, like Dogecoin 14%, Shiba Inu 15%, Pepe 18%, Bonk 28%, Floki 13%, SPX 45%, Farcoin 55%, and also Breton ETH. This is a 300% from the bottom to the top here, 300% for the lower market cap coins. This shows why low market cap coins make major gains, because basically they're lower market cap coins. When the bigger ones do 18%, they do 300%. And that is why I'm still holding. I'm buying more. I'm even more bullish now looking at this and expecting this to happen. This could cause a major rally this year, major FOMO, and a lot of people are still on the sidelines. A lot of people are fearful, and go figure. Now, whenever we hit fear, we are at the best time to be buying, and I do personally believe we're still the best time. We're at 34, which is historically very low. We don't go to these prices. We don't stay at these levels for too long. Usually, we do reverse back to greed or neutral, at least. Usually, or the market is most of the time around neutral and not fear. This is the first time that we have this irrational fear in the market, and it is due to the recent drama with the tariffs and Trump uncertainty and all that. And for some reason, retail gets shaken out very easily when the market starts to drop. They quick to start to panic sell, and when the market starts to pump, they are very quick to panic buy, and that's what the market wants the majority to do, and that's why the majority lose money. But to me, it's very clear we never top with a market that is this fearful. It just means that for some reason now the retail are right and the retail are panic selling at the right time, which never happens. Now in 2021, this had been in extreme greed for a long time. People stayed greedy for a long time until at some point things crashed within hours, giving nobody time to sell. But when the market is just giving everybody time to panic sell and get out of the market, this usually means it's a good time to be buying, and the market wants to reverse higher to get those people buying back up again. And we're seeing this clearly now starting to show in the charts as the market is slowly getting out of extreme fear towards fear. Prices are starting to move back up. Now make that make sense. You can't make this up, but this is basically what's happening. I do believe we're headed toward a major rally soon, and especially an up only season that's gonna last for the duration of this year, where we're gonna see altcoins going crazy and everybody getting drunk on greed and everybody celebrating before we see a major collapse once we hit the 10 trillion, which is way ahead of us. But for now, the best thing I'm doing right now is being positioned in the market, waiting for this thing to play out. As you can see, this trend line is since 2019, where this trend line is been holding. This thing can happen very quick, and the FOMO can kick in very quickly, especially now that we're dealing with actual countries buying Bitcoin and cryptos. And it's not only anymore about retail. This is some real strong firepower coming into the crypto space right now. This could really kick in a massive bubble where every country now start to FOMO buy before they miss out, basically. Especially with the ETFs now, we have Bitcoin ETF and ETH ETFs, which provide easy access to cryptos without the risk of holding or self-custody and all that for large institutions and countries, especially with ETH as well, since ETH has been a downer and underperformer. Now keep in mind, when ETH rallies and pumps, this is when the altcoin season usually starts, and it starts big. So Ethereum has been a big downer recently. It wasn't really pumping, it wasn't doing anything substantial, it's been a downer. But once these things start to rally, we have major alt seasons. And also coins that are built on top of it or launched on it, those coins, they do rally harder because their main native blockchain is rallying, sending them even higher. If ETH does a 5x, those coins do 100 and above. So keep that in mind. And thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.